Hey, hey, hey. Oh, she's giving a golf clap today.
No,
So,
because the amount of times that Nishme and I were sitting in this office after recording that dang leadership course and she was editing it and she did not, bless her heart, have headphones a couple days. She just kept forgetting them a couple days in a row. So I just like, hey, 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 hey,
right.
hey, hey, hey. Hey, like on repeat for it was a lot. So now I'm
It's a
just
lot.
like, yeah. So we
Yeah.
went with the golf claps this
We'll
time.
go with the golf claps now. Nice. I like the golf claps.
I
I
like
don't think
these
I'm
ones
capable
too.
of them. Oh, that.
Tippy tappies.
Yeah.
You're a
No,
tippy
no, no.
tappy.
No, no, no. Okay. Hey, everyone, welcome to Crazy Times with Hannah and Dave, otherwise known as WTF Talks. This is a spot where we talk about work, and sometimes some difficult conversations about work. Today, I think we're going to talk about something just it's a little bit easier as a subject matter. Hannah was leading a session with our team this week, talking about priority setting and how to set priorities. There is a copy of the work she was doing in that process. Um, but we were also talking, I was in a session this morning we were listening actually to a teacher named Henry Cloud. And he made these three statements as it relates to setting priorities for owners. He said, attend to what is relevant, inhibit everything else, and focus on forward progress. And I really like that. And Hannah, you're kind of a go get 'em kind of person, and you like to set lots of goals and do a lot of achieve a lot of things. You're very much an achiever.
Me?
Me, who me?
Aw.
So how do those ideas strike you? Attend to what is relevant, inhibit everything else, and focus on forward progress.
I love them. I'm writing them down. Progress. Yeah, well, my favorite saying, of course, as you know, is that perfection paralyzes the process of progress. And so I think that that kind of parallels well with this on the concept of like focus on your forward progress. Like it is not about necessarily finding the perfect. And that's actually funny because you and I were editing some logos this morning and I was making it perfect. And you were like, this I'm gonna throw this logo away. You had already decided that you weren't gonna use it before I had finished editing it, and you were just trying to be too nice and not tell me. And and then, like there are moments for it and not, but I I like the attend to what is relevant. I think the inhibit everything else sounds a little abrasive and a little crazy at first because you're like everything else. Well, like just
So
because it's
important to
not
me though.
relevant today doesn't mean it's not relevant tomorrow. And like that could kind of, for somebody that could really spiral. It definitely could for me. But I think that that's a helpful boundary. I mean, it's funny, like even as we were going through that decision making matrix though with our team, like everybody was like, I don't know what I can put down. I truly have so many different things. And even as we were going through the quadrants, and there was the one that was delegate, I said to everyone, I was like, delete that, forget about it, rewrite it as asking for help because none of us could even release the control. And so I think that that's kind of what it comes down to as well as a control problem that we're holding over different things. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's those are all of my thoughts upon no plan whatsoever.
Well,
Some
like
verbal.
the Eisenhower principle around the four quadrants is really valuable and something I should probably keep in front of me more often. But the idea that some things are urgent and important, some things are important yet not urgent. Um, some things are urgent but not important, and those are the worst ones. And then there are things that aren't urgent and aren't important, but still are on your list of things to do. And it's like, how do you move things from quadrant to quadrant? Because the closer you get to the delivery date of a task, it's got to move up towards urgent. But I really liked what he said and inhibit everything else because to me, this is a very in the moment kind of thing. When I'm sitting at my desk and I have notifications going off, or when I'm sitting at my desk doing something like this with you, which I believe is important yet not urgent. Um, but if we don't make time for it every week, I start to lose my mind. And so we need to keep on track with it and do things in a way that, make sure they get done. And so inhibiting everything else, that's like putting it in a box or in a holding pattern. Doesn't mean don't do it, don't respect it. It just means not now while I'm focusing on this. One of the things he really said
Oh,
was that multitasking is a myth. He said, I'm sure you hate that. I could see it on your face a lot, but everybody else could too. That was so obvious. But what he said was interesting to me. He said computers multitask. It's like, okay, I'll give you that. Computers multitask. He said, but when you've got your computer going with um, one one instance of your web browser, but 20 different tabs, does it run as quickly as it does when it only has one tab? And obviously the answer is no, even you agree to that. And so your brain is very much the same way. It's not that you're multitasking, it's that you're jumping between tasks. And each time you jump, maybe faster than for me. That may be age, it might be brilliance, it could be just the big egg inside your head. I don't know. But I think that there's a real cost to the jumping from task to task. For me, certainly, and certainly more so at this stage of life for me. And I'm not old, I'm 54. Not like your mom, who's 55 and is now my older woman for the next 3 months, 4 months.
what a line to drop on the end there. I'm like, I don't really know. I had so many places I was gonna go with that, and then you dropped that, and I lost literally all of them.
It's just a reboot on your brain.
Just a reboot
See,
on my brain. No ability to multitask. No, I was gonna say you're gonna hate my response to this
okay, bring
because
it.
I've been trying to fight the battle and tell you that I can ride two horses with one ass my entire life,
And yet,
right? I have two screens. Like I've got multiple screens. I don't even need to do it on just one. I've got a side screen. It pops up on the side. And no doubt it makes me slower, without a doubt, but it doesn't mean that it's not getting the job done. Um, and there are things that you need to delete all of the other screens off for so that you're individually focused. But I think that those are more far and few between. And the ability to run things simultaneously is beneficial. Or that could just be a mix of a beautiful ADHD, OCD, something something
yeah,
combination that really just like I don't know, like I understand the concept that you're not supposed to multitask, but there is truly something that itches in my brain that feels better when it's happening. Like I was outside weeding last night, like pulling just so many weeds for
so much
like an
time.
hour, and you're telling me that I was supposed to just pull those weeds for an hour and like not think about business and not work on something else or like listen to an audiobook or like I'm like no.
Okay,
But that's
okay.
multitasking.
Yes, two simple transactions at the same time, right?
Yes.
Whereas, but your more complex thought, when you're creating a book and you get pop-ups of emails that are coming in when you're in the zone,
No, that's why I said that there are times, specific instances where you need to zone in and you need to delete all the other screens and
right,
like put your cell phone do not disturb without a doubt. But
right.
for the most part, multitasking is my BFF. I love her. She's great.
Yeah, yeah. It's a balancing act, but I find for me more and more. I long for less and less interruptions. And I would say that that wasn't true in my 30s or in my 40s. I was very, I wanted the variety. I wanted to be all over the place. I love the hecticity of my life. And currently,
I was just about to say, what a time. You just got a notification that you're in a meeting.
yeah.
So, give the
So
people one word. What should they, one word of wisdom for the crowd, and then we'll let you go. And everyone can just have a fantastic day. So no
the
one's
one word
multitasking.
would be focus. Something that eludes me, something that I'm working on, something you can uh, be mindful of for me. I need better focus. And so I'm really trying hard to be present in the conversations that I'm in and to ignore those things as they come up. And so that the person that I'm with feels like I'm attending to them. That's really
Hmm.
important to me these days, is to give people the fullness and the length of time that they need from me. Yet I
Hmm.
have 1,000 things I want to do in every phone call. So
Always.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it is a challenge. I like to run a physical act and a mental act simultaneously because that I think truly helps me focus. But it is a healthy reminder that sometimes those acts need to be fidget spinners or I don't know, like popping toys or whatever, because that does not distract completely.
turning your pen,
Like
kicking
I've
your
been
pen,
doing the entire time we've been talking. How funny.
right? Well, hey
Uh,
guys, thanks so much for joining us. This has been a crazy episode, and I do need to jump for that meeting because I want to give Steve the respect that I owe him. But thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Bye, everybody.